Yo YouTube, what's going on? It's the Crash Out, and welcome back to the Crash Out React Show. Anyway, today we're actually going to be discussing DoorDash. DoorDash has been pissing me off. It's probably been pissing you off. It's been pissing a lot of people off. DoorDash has not been doing what they've been doing. DoorDashers are mad, customers are mad, and we're gonna talk about it. I got a few videos here from TikTok. I went and did some research. I got a few tabs open, as you can see. So we're really gonna get into this. I don't have like a script, but I have like an outline in my head, you feel me? So we're gonna talk about this. Now, if you don't know what DoorDash is a company that will basically deliver your food to you. They have independent contractors who sign up with their own car and stuff like that to go deliver food for people who can't deliver their own food, who can't go get their own food for one reason or another. I've never been a DoorDasher, never had experience doing that with anybody, so I can't really speak on that side of things too much. So that's why I went and found a video so we can see what it's kind of like a day in the life.
5 cent. All right, guys. $8.55 plus for 2.1 miles at McDonald's. I'm definitely going to accept this order. Now, that plus sign means that the order will be a little bit more or maybe a lot more, I don't know, than what it shows there. So, yes, I'm going to go ahead and get to it. McDonald's, you know, I had to accept that. McDonald's rarely send great orders to me, but we are going to go ahead and go in here and get to it, guys.
My work blowing me up, bro. 2 bags. That's a lot. That means that order was at least $40, you feel me? 2 bags.
Okay, guys, so I just completed that order, and as I told y'all, that plus sign means that they will leave extra, and they left an extra $2 tip, so that order actually was $10.55 for 2.1 miles. So I will continue my dash, guys. It's Friday night. We're going to definitely see what we can
So he said he got $10, I believe.
My dash, guys, it's Friday night, miles, so 55 cents for 2.1. She was $10.55 for 2.1 miles.
$10.55 for 2.1 miles.
$10.55 for 2.1 miles.
So we're talking about at least around average $5. He just made $5 for that trip. I think that's about it for the video, though. So that's about it. As you can see, he picks up the order, he sees how much he's gonna make, and there's a possibility of the tip. You don't see how much the tip actually shows you. This is very recent. This was 20 hours ago. So as of recording this, it is April 6th, okay? So as of, so this is very, you know, updated news, updated interfaces, you know? So $8.55, you don't see the tip. Now that's a pretty decent rate, honestly. I got this tab open to show you because I used to be a trucker. And as a trucker, you know, when I started out, yeah, I was making 45 cents. 45 cents a mile. And that's how much you make. And now, you know, trucking, you're going long miles. But even, you know, just 10 miles a day, you're not making that much. You know, and a trip might be 10 miles. So in that one trip, you might make $4 for real. So you really gotta sit and understand this. Now, there's other rates. Trucking has changed a lot, and this isn't, you know, the set rate for everything and everybody. There's different rates for, like, example, if you're an owner-operator, you get about $2 to $3, and it depends if you have the dry bed or if you have a flat bed or reefer. So it depends on, you know, what you're driving and what you're making, but on average, these DoorDashers are making about, if not more, than what a trucker would make per mile. So, and that's what's really important because these are independent contractors. So they had to upkeep their own lifestyle and everything like that. And that's why these rates are so highly important. Now, a lot of these drivers, you know, they're very frustrated because of, they feel like they're not paid enough. Now, I already showed you that they are actually on par with some truckers, but a lot of them feel like, you know, they're not tipped enough and all this other stuff. And we're going to hear, you know, some perspectives about that. We got a video of a woman showing her ass about this. The double take.
serious?
I can see once I deliver the order
Yeah, what's
what the
happening,
tip is,
dude?
and you guys
Dude, is
didn't
she
tip
serious?
at all.
Is that our food?
It was. I'm
We
gonna
don't
go.
have to
Wait,
tip
yo,
your
what are you
delivery
doing?
Yo, are you serious? That's like saying you're going out to eat and like not tipping your server. So I'll give you the burrito when you give me a tip.
No, you didn't cook the food.
You can change it in the app, and I can
You
watch
didn't
you
cook
change
it.
it.
We didn't order it through. You just dropped it off. So can we have our food, please?
Are you serious? I like drove and picked it up. You guys didn't want to do
It's
that.
like
That's why I
not
used
even
the
a
app.
mile away, dude.
It
Like,
doesn't matter. Then why didn't you go
Are
drive
you
and do
being
it?
for
No,
real?
instead you wanted me to do it, but you don't want to pay me to do
The
it.
app pays you like $20. We pay those fees already.
The app pays me so little, it's ridiculous. Like, can you
Okay,
stop
can I-
and just
can I have
tip?
my
No.
Are you serious?
Now, like I was just saying, the app, she feels like the app pays her so little, and he's saying, oh, the app pays you $20. No, probably not $20, but that's the problem between the customers and the dashers, the contractors that work for DoorDash. We're on the same team. We both want the same thing. We want the food, you want the money. You know, we both want our goods and what we're owed and what we deserve. We both want to pay fair prices and get compensated fairly for our work. So we're both on the same team here. We're fighting the same person. We're fighting DoorDash. DoorDash ain't paying you, and now it's affecting me. You feel me? So, but that's the the whole conundrum here. She feels as if it's his responsibility to go and pay her wages. When technically, no, it's not. You are an independent contractor and you signed that contract. So you knew what was going on. You knew that the rates fluctuate. You know that some rides are more expensive than others. And you know that not everybody tips. And not everybody tips fairly. But this is something you have to take into consideration when you're going into a field like this or you're trying to pick up, some extra money. You can't get frustrated by the system you agree to. You agree to the system. Be mad at the people who are the system.
Are you
Then you tip,
serious?
or you can give me cash. Cash is better.
I'm not giving you cash. I'm not giving you anything now. You're
That's so crazy.
Then this is not. You're giving me cash.
No. Dude.
She's touching the food.
No, we're gonna.
Okay.
Here, report it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna report it.
Yeah.
Report it missing. It's fine. I don't care.
Okay, that's
I'll
okay.
still do deliveries, and you'll still get horrible.
No,
rates.
not if we report you. Then your career's
you're
gonna be over. This will
My
be the.
career
your
is-
delivery
my
driving
career,
career
I
is
know
done.
it's not.
Just give us our
You're just
food.
gonna say the food didn't arrive. I'll say, oops, I dropped
Dude,
it.
you're like half an hour late. It was a mile away.
A half
What
an hour
else is
later,
your
I got
career
here
then?
like 5 minutes after it was ready. It's
You're
not
a
my fault
delivery.
that the restaurant took so long. And by the way, it's super rude to not tip your delivery drivers and your servers. I bet you're that kind of guy like goes out on a date and like doesn't tip your server.
No, I mean because they actually are doing something.
Oh, because
You're
they're
just driving.
bringing
That's
you
true.
your food? Like I'm bringing you
Yeah,
your food?
But then they come and they serve.
They're, like,
me
dressed
water.
nice.
Yeah, and I'm not asking for
They say,
20%.
Said you're not even dressed nice.
I'm asking for 20% tip. I'm asking a couple
Okay,
dollars.
yo.
You tip your back. You don't do that.
You're
Because it's not far enough.
You've lost
Oh,
it.
jeez.
I lost
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be delivering.
You think they order
Seriously.
food? You can't tip your freaking
You
drivers,
should just
dude.
be giving food.
Oh,
They
dude.
pay you enough. Oh my
Alright,
god.
alright. You want your burrito?
Yeah, I want my burrito.
Alright. This is your burrito? What'd you get?
Yeah, it's like a chicken burrito.
Yeah?
She about to eat it.
What are you doing?
She's about to eat it.
Okay.
Are you
You want
kidding?
a tip?
Yeah.
You want to tip me?
No, I don't want to tip you.
She ate it.
Oh my.
She ate it and threw it at him.
Oh my.
Wow. No, I didn't even finish watching the video. That's kind of crazy that she really crashed out over this. And she's going to lose her job. She's going to lose her job and she probably won't be able to sign up for a lot of things. This is probably going to be a criminal record for her. It is never this deep. It's just never this serious. You're mad at the wrong people. She told him that he has to, he shouldn't be ordering food if he can't afford a tip. You shouldn't be delivering if you can't afford to live, motherfucker. What are we talking about? If the same logic could be applied to you. If you feel like you're not getting paid enough, then why do you keep doing this? You know? Then she, goes to take out the food, bite into it and all that and throw it at him. Like, these are battery charges now. Now you're battering this man. On top of fraud, on top of the fact that you said you'll just say that for whatever reason it was missing. I didn't do anything. It was missing. So fraud and battery. These are real life charges. You mess around thinking you just delivering food, you catch a real life charge. And they ain't charging you for food. They ain't charging you for food. They're charging you for your existence, my guy. Your existence. They want your life. So don't play those games when you out here and you're mad at the wrong people. Now, she went on to say some things about how, like, you don't tip your valet. No, I don't tip my valet. No, I really don't, because the people who employ the valet should be paying the valet livable wages. And if the company cannot do that, then the company should not exist. And people should not be working for that company. More than anything, I place the blame on the people who decide to work for people that don't pay them. At some point, we got to take the power back. At some point, as people, we have to look at ourselves and say, yeah, maybe I'm in a bad situation and maybe this is all I got. But there has to be another way. I can't keep letting these people do me like this. And sadly, this is where DoorDash has you. This is where DoorDash has you. This is, a very exacerbated example. I'm sure not every person, every driver, and every customer, gets to this level of frustration. But it still needs to be said that some drivers are aware of this frustration and they are making a committed effort to be better people and educate everybody around them on how to be better people. I don't want to seem like I'm putting down DoorDashers, because at the end of the day, we the same people. You just like me, bruh. You are just like me. You just need a little extra money in your pocket. And that's what you out here for. I'm making YouTube videos because I need a little extra money in my pocket. I got a job. A lot of DoorDashers got a job. Some DoorDashers, this is all they do, though. Regardless, we are the same people working for a company, not getting paid enough, and mad at each other for no reason, when we shouldn't be mad at each other. We just shouldn't. Not only should we not be... I'm going to let this woman speak.
Problems that DoorDashers complain about are not actually problems from DoorDash. They're problems of responsibility. Before anyone gets defensive, this is not about the customers. This is about us. Bad attitude, entitlement, thinking that someone is supposed to tip you just because you chose to accept the order. I see people proud to brag that they're not carrying a red bag, being rude to restaurant workers, complaining, talking about how much customers don't care. When in reality, there's a big missing link that no one really talks about. You chose the order. You chose to sign the independent contract agreement. Nobody told you to go where you wasn't celebrated. You gotta choose where you go. And regardless of what anybody else is doing, regardless of what the customer is doing, regardless of what the restaurant is doing, it is your responsibility on how you show up. Professionalism should never turn off based on a tip. Quality should be the standard. You're okay with not having a standard because of what someone else did? That's weak. It's not creating boundaries. It's weak. It lacks professionalism. If you're miserable doing this, friend, then that's information. That's information for you to choose. That's information for you to decide how you want to carry on, if this is something you still want to do. My friend, I don't want to DoorDash for the rest of my life, but it's about doing what I have to do now so that I can take this money and move it to a different income stream. Responsibility is grown folk behavior. Drop tracking down in the comments if you agree, and if you don't, friend, just keep scrolling.
Now, she says some pretty potent things. You got to take responsibility. You know what you signed up for, and this is basically what I just said. But she said, you know what you signed up for. You can't get mad at these people, and you have to have professionalism no matter what. And that's what it really comes down to. A lot of these people, yeah, you pick up this job and you hate the job so much, so you don't really care, and you're going to give people attitude, and you're going to half-ass it, and you're going to ruin everybody's day around you. And you're going to be the piece of shit that ruins everybody's day around you. Everybody's going to look around. People are going to, people go to the same McDonald's. You work at McDonald's. Sorry, guys. I get so passionate. But let me give you this example. You work at McDonald's. I used to work at McDonald's. So you work at McDonald's and, you hand out orders. But you got a bad attitude, son, and you don't give a fuck about those orders. You handing out wrong orders. You bad-mouthing people. So now, about 40 people, you probably served 40 people this morning. Let's say you served about 40 people. You served firefighters, teachers, law enforcement. You served the community today. Some of those people probably didn't get to eat now. Some of those people got a bad attitude now. That police officer, you didn't give his coffee. It trickles down. Energy flows. It trickles down. Energy flows. Just your bad day can make someone else's day worse. And now that cop is going to go out and make somebody's day bad. And now that person's going to go out and make that day, somebody else's day bad. It's a trickle-down effect. You have to think about your community. I know a lot of people don't care about that. You know, that's some sad sap shit. What you mean? It's just me in this game, bro. It's just me. I don't care about nobody else. But you rely on employment. You rely on other people to employ you, though. But it's just you in this game? You need to think about the people that you are serving. Whether or not you like your job, you need to retain professionalism. Because it's not all about you. Yeah, you in this situation, you thinking about how, you know, your finances are bad or whatever, but you're doing something about it. You're still working. You're still doing something about it. Everybody knows the world is not fair, especially in these times. So to go around making everybody else's day bad when we're in the same position, you're just like me. Makes no sense. You should be mad at your company. You should be mad at the people who refuse to pay you. Not that they can't pay you. They refuse to pay you. And you probably like, what you mean? If the economy is bad, crash. You just said the economy is bad, so how can DoorDash is doing bad then? I got some numbers for you guys. I went and found some numbers. Now I went on DoorDash's. Let me just show you the shit. The shit they will go through just to make sure you can't find out things. Like, I typed in how much did DoorDash profit in 2025. This is DoorDash's actual website. And on this shit, it's so hard to tell what you're looking at. It's not cut and clear. It's not dry. You know, you got all these technical terms, and I guess that's cool and good and everything, but it's hard to tell off rip. So I had to go to microtrends.net to find out, so I can get some real answers, some clear answers that everybody can understand. DoorDash revenue for the quarter ending December 31st, 2025 was $3.955 billion. The revenue. This is a 37.66 increase. So DoorDash is doing better than ever. Better than ever. Their returns have been better than the previous returns. This is their best year yet. For some reason, though, these people cannot pay you. These people cannot pay you. It doesn't make sense. To me, it doesn't make sense. And that was just the quarter. For the whole year, for the 12 months, they made 13.7. A 27.93 increase. So DoorDash can pay you people. They have billions of dollars in revenue. Who the hell knows where that shit is going? I don't think a lot of people understand how much $1 billion is, let alone $13 billion. So if you're really mad, you need to be mad at the people who are misallocating funds, not running their business and lying to you, telling you they can only pay you so much when they can definitely pay you more. That's who the Dashers need to be mad at. The Dashers, you guys got to start protesting against them and asking them for your money, because they got it. They definitely got it. In fact, they're hiding it. I just showed you that they hide that shit. But we're gonna talk about that. This guy, he's gonna call out DoorDash on some things and how they treat their Dashers, so us customers can understand, you know, what these Dashers are actually going through. Because, you know, sometimes we get our food code and we're like, what the fuck, man? Your job is so easy. You have the easiest job in the world. How'd you mess up my order? So we're gonna see why these guys be messing up sometimes, what they deal with.
Do better. Why am I being penalized for not accepting this order? Your entry points for using the app are too low. Do better. Why don't customers know their place in line when they're part of a stacked order? You can easily add that notification.
True.
Do better. Why does it go against me if a grocery store is out of an item? It happens. Do better. Why can't I opt out of restaurant orders like I can opt out of shopping orders? Plenty of us would gladly be shopping only. Do better. Why doesn't the app have preferences that we can put in to filter the kind of orders that we get? At least act like you care about our boundaries. Do better. Why don't you put enough money on the red card so that they never decline? It's ridiculous that drivers
that's insane.
that in the checkout line.
Stupid.
Do better. Why do you penalize me for declining an order when I'm in another order right now? I'm already doing stuff for you. Do better. Why can't we rate customers and report bad experiences just like they do for us? If they rack up multiple from multiple dashers, they get kicked from the app.
Yeah.
Do better. Why are there no rewards based on the number of deliveries that dashers do? Only the guy that did 100,000 deliveries. Can I get a koozie or something? Do better. Why does it feel like you're attacking my psyche at every opportunity possible trying to trick me? You could just be straight up. Do better. Dashers, what did I miss? Just let them know.
So he went over some, some pretty good points about, the shit he puts up with DoorDashers, especially like that whole thing he said with the red card. Sometimes you go to the grocery store and they put a certain amount on the card just in case, you need to substitute something wasn't available. And, so they put a certain amount from your card onto this digital card for them so that when they get in the store, they can pay, but it is actually your money. But from what he's saying, and this was posted 4 days ago, from what he's saying, they sometimes don't do that. Sometimes they fuck up and you get in that line and as a dasher, your card gets declined, but this is somebody else's order. So these are the type of technical difficulties that make your order late. Now your food is cold. Now you're upset. He said that sometimes when he's doing an order, he'll get a request for another order. He declines it and he gets penalized for that, even though he's already working. He's already doing something. So now he's getting penalized for it. If anything, that's just going to incentivize me not to use your app anymore. If I was a dasher, So yeah, definitely we have to have some more compassion for these guys, these door dashers, because they do put up with some nonsense that they shouldn't have to be putting up with, especially with the pretty low rates that they get. Now, on average, these guys make about $20 to $21 an hour, and that's not living wage, but at the same time, me as a child therapist, I make $22 an hour. As an RBT, I make $22 an hour. So these guys are making about the same amount of work, amount of money that I make an hour. Not mileage-wise, because I don't drive mileage, so that's where, the discrepancy really kicks in. But on an hourly basis, these guys are making about the same amount that we make. Now, I have another story for you guys, because, it gets crazy on the internet. So we gonna see what this woman ran into. She ran into some problems, guys.
I don't know why you reported that you didn't get your food. Huh?
It ain't my food.
Whose is it then? Because y'all just got me restricted from my account and I can't DoorDash no more. That is how I make my money. So I want to know whoever ordered the food and DoorDashed it, I need to know who they is because y'all, something needs to happen because y'all just made me lose my fucking job. Whoever order it is. You the one came and got the food though.
So, if you couldn't tell, on DoorDash, if your order is wrong or whatever, you can report that and say, my food was wrong, it didn't show up, whatever, it was damaged, whatever. But these guys are putting in false claims. A lot of you customers put in false claims to get that money back, and that shit ain't right. Because you're messing up somebody's life. Just like I was telling the dashers, the customer service workers, don't be messing up people's lives. You serving the community. Well, don't be messing up these workers' lives because you messing up your community.
Okay, so whose order is it?
What is happening?
I just got restricted from my DoorDash account because somebody said that I did not deliver their food here. She specifically came and got this food from me. So now what? I don't have no job. I have a fucking 1-year-old in my car.
Please stop.
Look, man.
Have a conversation without screaming and cussing.
Whew. I
I'm
just
here-
lost my job. You're still working though, right? You still can have your job though, right?
You know who you gave food to?
Right. The food. Can I see the food? Can I see it? That y'all have it?
Ma'am,
Don't act scary now.
Okay.
Don't act scary
I
now.
want it on this camera. Because DoorDash getting this.
That's what be killing me. People do you wrong and then act all scared and bitchy, don't want to talk about shit when you come and confront them. And I don't get that. This woman right here is acting real suspicious. I feel like it was her order and she did put that shit through. Now they saying somebody else in the back, she looking a little too scary. She looking a little too scary for me.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
And this is a pregnant woman with a child.
I don't know. I'm looking at the first person I see is you. And I'm
So when I went back there, she was already on the phone and she's messaging, telling whoever that your food did show, that her food did show up.
Okay, can I have her to come up here and tell me that?
We're a doctor's office and she's
I really don't care. I really don't care because now I don't have a way to make any money. Do you understand that? And I am 5 months pregnant. Do you understand that?
But when you come into a place and you talk to me like this, you talk to many people like this.
Listen to me. Quite frankly, I really don't give a fuck when I just lost my job.
Get out of my office.
Can I talk to the lady whose DoorDash order it is?
She's back on the phone. She is taking care of it. I told you she is taking care of it.
Restrictions don't get removed off of DoorDash accounts. So now I'm just out of a job because of a liar, right?
Because she made a mistake. She is already
A mistake. You don't mistakenly do that.
She hadn't gotten her food after it said that it was dropped off. She had to check in a patient, then she went and took the food back.
Oh, so because of y'all mistake, now I don't have a job anymore, right?
We can't drop everything at the very second an order comes in and run it back to the person.
So why would she not give her her food?
Because she has the food.
So why am I getting a? Oh my God! So y'all
Playing
can't
games.
playing with me like this.
Yeah.
There's nobody playing with you.
Playing games.
Obviously y'all are because I don't have a way to make any money anymore, and y'all can still sit here on the clock.
She is on the phone trying to figure out, trying to message, sending whatever she needs to send.
So why can't she come up here and do that?
Because I'm not going to have this in my office. You need to leave.
Why can't she come up here and talk to me?
Because I'm not going to have this.
Because you're lying.
You need to leave. I've already
So
told
this
you what-
is
you're
how y'all
scary.
treat hardworking people.
Yes.
Yes. So yes, this how you treat me. This is how you treat me. You just said yes. This how y'all treat hardworking people like shit. So now I don't have a job anymore because of y'all.
So,
Right.
like I said, she is.
And then you laughing and shit. You think it's funny,
because
smiling like it's
I'm
not
repeating
funny.
Myself. I'm repeating.
Okay, and I'm repeating myself. I don't have a job anymore.
She is trying to help that. Okay.
Okay, and I will be back. Best believe I'll be back. I don't know why you reported that.
So don't play games. So basically, don't play games when you doing that fraud shit, because people will find you, bro. Don't do that. Do not do that. Now, she shouldn't have gone about it in this way. I'm not saying it's right, but I don't blame her. This is a valid crash out. If somebody is lying about my service, about what I did, I'm gonna come find you personally. And we're gonna have a discussion about it. You don't want to talk about it? Fine. We ain't gotta talk about it. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna come in. You gonna see me. You gonna see me. Don't play games like that. Don't play games with the community. We are on the same side. You want free food and she wants to get paid. We looking at the same people that are, holding all this money above our head and won't release any of it, basically. And won't give it to the people who actually deserve it, the people who need it. This is a pregnant woman with a 1-year-old. Probably the only job she can find because she's pregnant. Regardless of why she can't find another job, though, now she lost it because somebody lied. It's not even that she wasn't even doing her job properly. She did deliver the food. But because of somebody else's lack of attention, because they weren't paying attention, because they didn't double check or whatever, the story is a lie. The story is a lie, first and foremost. But because of these lies, now her life is affected. And all she was trying to do was make money on DoorDash. An app that already doesn't pay her enough. An app that already causes her too many problems. We are part of the same community, guys. We got to stick together. We can't keep fighting each other, guys. We can't keep doing it. Now, she's really going to break this down. This is in kilometers and everything, so I went ahead and translated a few things. 5 kilometers is about 3 miles. 1 kilometer is a little under a mile, so 2 kilometers is about a mile. So we'll just say, for the, purpose of, keeping it simple, 2 miles.
So I'm gonna put $10
2 kilometers
in and
is a
see how
mile.
much money I can make. This is before gassing up. This is after putting $10 of gas in. Here's the receipt for proof. Thanks, Bloom, for the gift. The first order of the day was for McDonald's for 5.4 kilometers.
5.4 kilometers. I can't do that math. Why am I even pretending? 3 miles. Okay, so 3 miles. She got $6.
That order was completed for $6.
That's $2 a mile.
The second order of the day was for McDonald's as well for 4.2 kilometers. That order was completed for $4.50. The third order is for Biscuits Cafe, and it's 23.4 kilometers. That order was completed for $17.75. The next order was 4 kilometers for $5. The next order is for Safeway. There's 6 items. It's 5 kilometers. Let's go.
And she's actually at the store with this one.
That order was completed for $12.50. The next order is...
You saw that though, right? Because this order, she's going in the store for it. She just made $17 for this order, and all she did was pick up the food and drop it off. It was 23.4 miles.
$5. The next order is for Safeway. There's 6 items.
Okay, it is. So it is heavily based on the actual miles. It's not even about what you do. It's really about how much you're driving, and that's how much they're paying you. That makes a lot of sense, though. Because she's about to get about... She's getting less.
$12.50.
But did more work.
The next order is for 13 kilometers, and it's for salad to go, and I get a pickup through the drive-thru. While in the drive-thru lineup for salad to go, I got an additional order for like 650 meters, and the Wendy's pickup is right there. Those 2 orders were completed for $12.75, and now I'm at Taco Bell for 5 kilometers. That last order was completed for $7, and it took about 15 minutes for me to get another order, but now I have a shop order for Target, and it's only 1 item for 7 kilometers. Nope. So I was wrong. It was actually only 1 of these, not a whole box. That order was completed for $8. The next order was for McDonald's for 5 kilometers. That order was completed for $6.50. So it took just over 15 minutes for me to get another order, but I got 2 orders at Raising Cane's for about 6 kilometers for $13. The next order is for Wildflower, and it's for 13 kilometers. That order was completed for $10. This is where I'm at after my 4-hour shift. Keep in mind, this is an estimate. I didn't actually drive 150 kilometers today, but in total, I made $102.75. If you minus the $10, $92.75, which comes out to just over $21 an hour. Anyway, thanks for watching.
So this is very interesting information. Now, we're not sure how much she made on tips per order and stuff like that, and that probably plays a big role into how much she's making per mile, per trip, or how much work she's putting in. So it fluctuates, like, varyingly. Like, it fluctuates a lot. So we had to give them a lot of consideration, because you don't know what they're going through. 4 hours for $92. So you spent 4 hours to make $92, and that's not bad money. She could have made, in 8 hours, about $180 a day. $180 a day times 5, I can't do that in my head. I can't do that shit in my head. Where's my calculator? So $180 a day times 5. If you work 8 hours a day times 5, that's about $900 a week. Not the greatest, but it is very livable. Times 2, because most people get, their paycheck every 2 weeks, and that's more. So about $1,800, which is about $3,600 a month, which, if my memory serves me, 12 times 3, this is about $36,000 a year? This is about $36,000 a year. Let's just double check. This is 1 paycheck, so we got 2 paychecks. This is monthly times 12. 43,000. I'm bad at math, but 43,000 a year if you drive for DoorDash or Uber Eats. You can make about 43,000 a year. This is decent money. Now, as a RBT, as a registered behavior technician, I do children's therapy for autistic children. I make about $22 an hour. I make about the same as what she makes, about $43,000 a year. The average cost of living in America is about $80,000 a year, I believe. I think that's what it takes to be middle class. Middle class. We're doing a lot of research here. But hopefully it's worth it. Roughly 56 to 169,000. Depends on where you live. Stuff like that is gonna vary. Middle class America, let's say Illinois, because that's where I'm at. So if you want to be considered middle class, about $54,000 an hour. I mean, $54,000 a year. You have to make about $54,000 a year. With her job, she's only making about $43,000. So you're still lower class with this job. So this isn't going to be getting you out of generational debt or nothing like that. This is simply to make ends meet. You know, we have to give consideration to these guys and remember that we are part of this community. We're all in it together and they're not getting paid that much either. Now, I ragged on DoorDash a lot. But DoorDash deserves just a little bit of credit because I found this really cool clip. I didn't even want to include it because I was so, stuck on hating them, but you got to give credit when credit's due.
Been good, and Miss Smith has been very good to me, and DoorDash has been very good to me.
A simple DoorDash delivery has transformed one man's life forever. 78-year-old Richard Pulley was recently caught on camera delivering to the Smith family in Manchester. After seeing him, they knew they wanted to help. Soon after, they created a GoFundMe and shared the video of him online.
The first thing I knew about it was the next day, I saw another DoorDash, and she said, "Oh, you seen yourself on the internet?" I said, "What?" She said, "Let me show you." And she went to the car, come back, see, you got $31,000 this morning.
And that $31,000 turned into a $965,000 check. Richard has been driving for DoorDash for the past year and a half, ever since his wife lost her job, sometimes working 12-hour days.
It kept me working, and I need to keep myself moving.
Over 38,000 people donated to help support Richard and his wife, Brenda. Brittany Smith, who posted the video, is thankful both of them can finally rest.
It really just shows his generation because here he is just trying to make sure his family's taken care of. You know, him and his wife, he was doing it for her because he wanted to make sure that she had the medication that she needed to keep her off of dialysis. So.
From the Philippines to the UK and even South Africa, people donated worldwide. Smith says it shows there's still hope for humanity.
I've had so many people say, well, it was only $10, but it was so much more than that, right? Because that might have been their last $10. We don't know that, but they gave it to make sure that Richard had a chance at retiring. So
All the people.
I thought it was DoorDash who gave the money. I guess I can't even give them no credit. This was purely GoFundMe. So, but this is the type of people DoorDash. So let me renege everything I just said. Fuck DoorDash. I thought I was going to give them a little bit of credit. As you can see, I don't really watch these videos all the way through so I can have some type of real reaction to them. But yeah, they started a GoFundMe for this elderly man who is still doing DoorDash. Now, DoorDash could make sure this man lives good. DoorDash could do it. DoorDash can make sure everybody who works for them lives good. If he wanted to continue working for DoorDash, DoorDash could pay him that $100,000 yearly if they wanted to. But they don't do that. Not saying it's up to DoorDash to go and save the world, but these are your employees. These are the people that run your company, that keep it running, that make sure you make money. So it took the community to go out and see this elderly man working way harder than he should ever have to work at the age of 78 for a company that does not care to pay people. It was the community that made sure this man retired. As you can see over here, Mama Cara, 89, says, "What if we all collectively took care of one another?" My bad, I gotta start over. Mama Clara 89 says, "What if we all collectively took care of one another? No one will be poor. No one should be. We would all be living comfortably. I mean, a girl could dream, right? I guess we're gonna have to keep dreaming. maybe not though. Because if it's possible for him, it is possible for a lot of people to redistribute the wealth. That once you make it, you go back and you look at the people who help you make it and say, you know what? We all up now." Yeah, that's what you do as a company. That's what you should do as a company because you should be trying to impact the community you serve. I don't see what's the point of starting a company if you're not trying to make the world a better place. What are you starting a company? What are you creating a product for, a service for, if it is not to better the world? If your company only serves the interest of your stockholders and yourself, then you are not a company. You're a scam artist. That's what you are. Maybe I got a little too passionate in this video. But seeing this last video really boils my blood because nobody should be having to work this hard. Nobody should be having to work this hard. As she said, we should be able to take care of each other. We have to take care of each other. Because as you can see, the corporations will not do it for us. Restrictions don't get removed off of DoorDash, as the DoorDash lady said. So even though that DoorDash lady had a fraudulent claim placed against her, she probably can't work for that company anymore, regardless. Because DoorDash doesn't care. DoorDash doesn't really care about that woman in her life. No matter how many deliveries she did. No matter how important the money is to her. They don't care. They don't pay their drivers. When you do get your order, if your order is messed up, they hassle you about it on the customer side. They charge you extra on the customer side for everything. Their fucking membership costs $9 a month and you only save about $10 a month. Is it really necessary? Is DoorDash actually a commodity? Do we the people need DoorDash in our life? Or can we find something else? Can we do better than DoorDash? I don't know. I want to hear your comments down in the. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're a DoorDasher, if you a regular customer, let me know how you feel about this situation. How do you like the format of this? You know, I'm a little new to this, so I'm gonna keep trying to get better and stuff like that. Leave your comments down below. Be on the lookout for some more reactions. I got Pop the Balloon reactions, Cheetah reactions, and we're gonna have more culture reaction videos where I can talk about how we as a community need to come together. That's what I really want to focus on, building the community, because as you know, in today's day and age, it's bad. It's pretty bad out here. So make sure you tap in with me. I'm gonna get us through this. It's just me and you guys. Just me and you. Anyway, until next time, guys, peace out. Stay warm, stay cold, whatever your environment looks like. Until next time, guys.